right, guys, we're going to be going over another clip from the Fresh and Fit podcast. Let's get right into it.
Oh, stop the show. That's the equivalent. That I need you to let that sink in for 2 seconds. When women say, I'm bringing money to the table in my career, that's like me telling you, I'm bringing my fashion, I'm bringing my drip. Yeah, I'm swagged out. It doesn't matter to you. Why? Because you don't benefit from me dressing well. I don't benefit from you having money necessarily. Because when women make money, it's their money. When I make money, it's our money. We don't look for the same things.
I feel like everybody mindset different because if you're dating somebody and y'all building together, right? Y'all building an empire, y'all investing
Women
together.
don't build, they move in.
No, that's not true. You can't speak for everybody.
You want a nigga making 480K per year?
Listen, there's a lot of women that still to this day will not leave their parent house or leave their home until they are married.
Thank you. They move in.
No, they buy a house together. They buy a house together, and both of our names go into the mortgage, right?
You move in.
It's not moving in.
That's moving in, bro.
Whatever.
Yo, you want a guy that has a castle, 480K per year. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Like, your money is your money.
The reason why my mindset is like that is because I don't talk to a guy that had less than me, right? And I never mistreated him. But as soon as that nigga came up on some money, he went after bitches that he couldn't afford.
He just proved his point. Move in.
So now my mindset is I'm going to date somebody at my level or somebody that's higher.
You just proved his point.
All right, if you prove your point, then okay, yeah, you won.
Real quick, Chris.
You won.
Play the video real quick.
You won.
This is comical.
So we got a video, right? That explains perfectly what you just talked about with Donovan Sharp. Bring it up real quick.
Oh, we got to play?
Fresh. The video is ready right now.
Right here.
Give me 2 seconds.
Oh my God.
Chris, come on, man.
Fresh. The video is being ready right now. It's being downloaded right now. This nigga when he heals.
It's because they got to render it. That's why. All right, so how about this? I got a question for ladies while we wait for this video to come up.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to transition real quick. If you walked around in the world, okay, and you can actually size up a guy immediately. Oh, okay. All right, we'll play this video real fast.
Yep.
Can you give the background on this video real quick, Fresh or Chris or somebody?
Mo, you want to do it?
Go ahead, Mo.
This is from one of our mentors, Donovan Sharp. This is explaining another dynamic between what the guy wants and what the woman wants.
Well said.
Thanks, Mo.
Let's go. At least Mo's on point.
Nigga, I know you're talking, man.
All right, cool. Let's go. Let's play this video.
I'm on your head top, boy.
Which one is it? Is it that one? Yeah, there you go.
Hey, will you make me a sandwich?
Your feet are working, aren't they?
Yeah. Okay, I'll go make it myself.
Wake up!
What is it?
I think somebody's downstairs.
Your feet work, don't they? Hey, will you make me a sandwich?
Hold on, it's echo. 1 second. Let me see the audio. There you go.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I do it over, Chris.
Oh man,
That was hilarious, bro. I saw that this morning. I was like, yo, that's definitely true.
Hey, will you make me a sandwich?
Your feet are working, aren't they?
Yeah. Okay, I'll go make it myself.
Wake up!
What is it?
I think somebody's downstairs.
Your feet work, don't they?
Okay.
Hey, will you make me a sandwich?
Dress, heels, everything. There you go.
All right. And that's what we're trying to say is that, like, it's kind of ridiculous that women can absolve themselves of feminine responsibilities when they feel like it, but men are not expected to at all. And my thing is just simply this. If you want me to be a man at all times, it's only fair that I want a lady at all times.
So why does that make that a lady?
What was that?
Why does a woman cooking and cleaning, why does that make her a lady?
Because these are traditionally feminine traits.
Tradition, but tradition has changed.
Well, here's the thing. You want a man to protect you, correct?
Correct, but
Make
I could
money,
also
right?
protect myself.
Hold on.
I could also make
You want a
my
man
own
to
lady.
be, if you're in a relationship with a man, you want him to protect you, correct?
Yeah,
Make more money than you, correct?
yeah,
Be taller than you, correct? Be stronger than you, correct? Right?
yeah.
These are all idealistic. These are traditional traits. So it's only fair that the man wants traditional traits back in you.
But who made it that way?
Come on,
Men.
That's just the way the world is
We
worked.
changed it.
Can I just
Women changed it.
Women have changed it, and now look at what we have as a result of that. Do you know what we have?
What do we have?
We have the highest divorce rates, highest women initiate 80% of the divorces. We have some of the highest numbers of female unhappiness ever.
Okay, but like 100 years ago, like you couldn't get divorced. If you're a woman and you're with a man and you're married to that man, a lot of women back then, they didn't marry a man by choice. They married a man because they were told to marry a man and they had to marry a man.
Okay, so if the patriarchy is so oppressive, why do women still want marriage to this day when they have the most ability to be free?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I couldn't tell you.
You can't beat your biology. You can't beat your biology, bro. You can say that like women are more liberal now. We can be on our own. You guys can be independent, but the reality is a woman, if left to her own devices, she wants to be codependent on the best man that she can get.
can I just like
Go ahead.
all right, so me critiquing that video, I feel like
Merch.
for one, the in the first part where he was, asking the girl to make him a sandwich, he's the one that was just gonna be hungry at the end of the day if he didn't get it. It's just something that he probably would have had to deal with. But with those two being in the bed and somebody might have been downstairs, robbing the place, and he said that, well, y'all both just gonna get killed. That shit don't benefit you either.
That's
but I can
fucked
say
up.
that. But I can say that.
So fucked up.
But look, I can say that though, right? Because my people in my family, I'm from Louisiana. They taught me how to use a gun. I ain't gotta wake up nobody on next to me to do what I gotta do. So that, for me, it's not that's not the case for me. And also, I don't mind making a fucking sandwich.
So you're saying
but you can make a sandwich for me too. If
You
I
leave your man
like,
hungry without food.
Didn't I just say I don't? You didn't let me finish, did you? I don't mind
I see her logic
making
here.
a sandwich. I feel like we can both make sandwiches for each other if one doesn't feel like doing it. If you don't feel like doing it, of course I'll make you a fucking sandwich. But if I don't feel like doing it, make me one
hold
too.
on. He worked all day, came
we
home.
both work.
Hold on.
No,
He worked
it
all
ain't
day.
that. It's
Talking
not
equal
that. It's
society,
not
yeah.
that. No,
Well,
we both work.
She ain't working. He worked
You
all
don't know
day.
what
You
she
don't know what
doing.
she
How you
doing.
know?
Well,
What
here's
she doing?
okay, I see her argument. Her argument is this, guys. I'm boiling it down.
Yeah.
Her argument is simply, by me making the sandwich, there's no mutual benefit. Only he benefits, and I have to put myself to work to a degree to get him a sandwich. Versus when they break into the house, we mutually benefit because you're protecting the both of us.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Good argument.
No, I can
Yeah.
do it myself. That
Yeah, but it's better.
that's
The man's more capable.
No, I don't need one. Is what I'm trying to
Women
tell
don't
you.
need a man.
No,
You
no,
know?
it ain't that. It ain't that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I was taught to hunt. I'm a different. I'm a
Okay,
different case.
here's
I don't
the
need-
thing though. We can't base all our arguments or the podcast on your personal life. We're speaking in generalities here. So let me make sure I understand your argument correctly.
Mhm.
The sandwich only benefits the man. However,
No.
protecting. You literally just said that I'm not
I
benefiting
know.
from.
I'm saying the sandwich. If he's hungry or not, and the girl doesn't feel like doing it, what you know? What I'm saying, yeah, you're gonna be hungry.
I
if
see what
you,
you're
if you
saying
don't
too,
get it.
Yeah, but
Come on,
that's what
bro.
you're trying to say is that by you making the sandwich, he's benefiting. You're not necessarily benefiting, but him protecting both of y'all, you both benefit because there's a danger to both of you.
Yeah, he's gonna die too. Like,
Okay,
you
understandable.
go back to sleep, be like your feet don't work, bitch,
But-
you're dead.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This goes back.
Don't make no sense.
This goes back to
Not the same.
Well, here's the thing though.
Go ahead.
Gender roles are a thing. Like the woman's job, I know this sounds terrible and oppressive, but a woman's job is acts of service to her man. A man's job is to protect and provision for his woman. So that assumes that we're equal. We're not.
No, I'm not saying that we're equal, but as far as pay and everything, I feel like for one,
March.
neither party needs to be in a fucking relationship. If you really look at it, you don't need to have a partner. The man doesn't need to have a partner. The man doesn't need to be married. If you really look at it, and the woman nowadays, especially, the woman doesn't need to be in a relationship either. So if you decide to be in a relationship with somebody, man or female, then y'all both should be able to do, different things. This is it's not traditional no more. Women
And that's the problem, though.
point, women
Is
at a
that a
certain
problem?
point, obviously needed to be, in relationships to have certain things and to have access to certain things. But nowadays, that's not the case.
But my
So-
argument is, even though we have these modern conventions and women aren't capable of being by themselves, they still want a boyfriend or they still want a husband. They still want to get married.
Yeah, that's a problem. I don't know. It's a problem to me. I don't
Okay,
get it.
that's a problem. But here's once again, we can't base the entire
know,
world
of
around you
course, of
because you
course.
keep making arguments based on
I'm
yourself.
not making art. Look,
Like you're an exception to the rule. Fantastic.
I
But
know
most
it's
women
not
don't
a
think the way you
fantastic
do.
thing. It's just who I am. I mean, I can only speak from my goddamn experience. I
He's
can't
talking
speak for
about in
someone else.
generality, so like
We're speaking in general.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
that.
well, I can't. I can only speak from how I feel.
What is the argument?
And that's the difference between men and women. We're able to take our feelings out of it, have an objective conversation based on logic and fact and how the world really works, versus you keep attributing every experience back to yourself.
But I feel like that's because men weren't
Merch.
raised to be emotional. That's why you guys act in the way.
I was
that you
so
act.
backwards. I don't know what just happened there.
Yeah, like
She just said emotional. and
No,
you
because
said
he said
No,
men
based
don't
off
think
of-
with their feelings. We think about logic and whatever else he
What-
said.
if you talk
and he's
of-
valid because
if you
men
think
weren't
about it,
raised
though.
to show emotion or to think with emotion.
Hold on. If you think about it, though, what I just said wasn't based off of my emotions. It was based off of just freaking facts. You don't need to have a man. Men don't need to have women to be in relationships or to survive and succeed. You don't need that. That's facts. It is based off of emotion as to why men want to be in a relationship. It is based off of emotion as to why women want a relationship. Me, it ain't how I feel. It's just how I am. Just like how men are naturally, just like how women are naturally.
But in reality,
It's not based off of
men
my
want women
feelings.
and women want men. So that's a good point.
You literally said I
But
feel like
reality
earlier, but
is
okay.
like it's gonna happen regardless.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
feel, but that was just, based off of facts. That was piggybacking off of facts.
But it's attributed back to yourself, which you've already explained is you're an exception to the rule. So it's not facts.
No, the facts is that you don't need to be in a relationship. That's what I call it as facts. I'm not saying that my personal feelings or opinions were the facts.
You don't need to be, but women want to be.
So do men.
Women overwhelmingly are the ones that want to be in a relationship and get married.
Also, did y'all also know that one reason why women probably are single and a lot of men, that a lot of men aren't, is because it's a lot more men in the world than there are women in the world. So
Actually, incorrect. There's more women than there are men.
no. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm reversed. There's a lot more. There's a lot more women in the world than there are men.
Yeah.
So of course that automatically just statistically.
That's irrelevant. I mean, that's irrelevant
It's
because
not
women don't.
irrelevant, it's
It is
just-
irrelevant, and the reason why is because most women don't see most men. Most men are literally invisible to most women.
And there's selectors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can make that argument,
If
but
I
it doesn't
had-
change anything.
Okay, so just saying, if I had like 5, so if there was just 5 women in the world, right, and there was only 2 men, how in the world would that be irrelevant to as far as these 5 women trying to get in a relationship with these 2 men that only exist?
Because we have billions versus just 2.
But there's not.
No,
though.
I'm saying no.
It doesn't force it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So if everybody matched up, right? Everybody was able to match up with a partner. It's going to be a lot of more women without one. You know what I'm saying? So how is that irrelevant is what I'm trying to ask. I don't get
Are
it.
you aware of the fact that there's a minority of men that have sex with the majority of the women?
What?
There is a minority of the men
Mhm.
that have sex with the majority of the women. In other words, a lot of guys are sexless and or virgins.
Okay.
So based on that fact, I know that most women don't see men as suitable candidates for some type of sexuality.
Will they stay virgins? How old are these men that you're talking about?
Oh,
Between 18 to 30, we know that 1/3 of men are
Okay, so
either
by the
virgins
time
or
they
haven't had
turn-
sex in a year.
All right. So by the time they turn 31, then they had.
You're
somebody.
missing the bigger picture here that women are far more selective sexually than men are. So therefore, a lot of guys are ostracized from the sexual marketplace.
All right, guys, that's where we're going to end it today. The only notes I really have on this is that most men really don't care about women's money or career, and as far as when women go around not doing what they're supposed to do, it doesn't really change much. But now imagine if men went around and just didn't do their duties to society, the world would collapse. Saying that a woman couldn't choose who she married back in the day, that was a lie, and they could in fact get a divorce. It's just they couldn't do the no-fault divorce that we have today, which is ruining society. And I always think it's funny when women say that they're just as capable as a man to defend the home or themselves. I mean, that's just statistically untrue. Look at female officers who get disarmed in the line of duty all the time. And what's crazy is every time you see one of these clips, it's always women who can't speak in generalities. They just don't understand it. They can't comprehend it. And the only other group of people who can't comprehend generalities are children. And so from this, what I gather is most women are the equivalent of a 4-year-old child. And this is why men should never take anything a woman says seriously. But that's where we're going to end it off today, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.